But I agree, and it's controversial, and we're gonna see what happens.
We're gonna see what happens. Yes.
By the way, we are headed to Vegas. I'll give you the dates after. I have 2 dates that I'm going to see, so we'll do boots on the ground for Erika Jayne. Tamra, I can't believe I'm going to say this.
What?
I might
say it.
Oh God, I hate being on Tamrats. We have a Tamrat on our hands. We have a Tamrat. Tamrat and Teresa, that whole thing where they just kind of smacked each other down. I guess Carolyn Manzo, and I can reveal now because it's going to be out by the time you guys hear this, I think. We have a guest on Behind the Velvet Rope. The one, the only Caroline Manzo. So Caroline recorded. I think it aired May 1st. And I think this is right after May 1st. You're probably hearing this. But wow. Caroline was pitched to the top Bravo podcast, 2 T's and Behind the Velvet Rope. And
wow.
We had her on. Yeah,
it's huge, stuff. David.
Loved
huge.
I've wanted Caroline forever. And she went on 2 T's, and she then, I guess, Teresa said, what a shit friend Tamra is because, Tamra had on Caroline and she's supposed to be great friends with Brandy. Can't believe I'm agreeing with Tamrat. We have a little rat on our hands. But Tamrat is like, listen, Caroline is pitched like by publicists and managers and all of this because she has a new YouTube show, season 2 of her YouTube cooking show. Love Chaos.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
So the point is Tamra's like, this is my job and this guest is pitched. And look, I mean, that's what I say all the time. I mean, I have on Adriana and I have on Alexia. They fucking hate each other now. Not my problem. I'm doing my job. I love both of them. So Tamra's like, not today, whatever she said, not today, jailbird. And Tamra has clapped back at Teresa. And I can't believe this, but I'm agreeing with Tamrat on this one. It is true. That is the job. And these people are pitched. And like, what are you going to do? Say, like, I'm really good friends with Brandy, which I don't even know if they're that good of friends. I'm not going to have on Caroline. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm agreeing.
Yeah. No, you can't do that. You can't. Yeah. By the way, a lot more coming out about Louis, and I know Kim D has such insight, and I know you guys break this all down about on Patreon, but real quick, can you tell me, I just saw a statement from Frank Catania because there was a whole rumor that Frank was in business with Louis and then they had a huge falling out. And I don't know if Louis I don't know where there was some financial matter, but of course, Frank comes out and denies all this, says it's absolutely not true. I think he ended up going with a different firm because Louis in marketing, lead generation.
And Frankie
what's the truth to any of this?
Listen. I mean, what is the truth to a lot of it is, this is my inner circle where I really know things. I just think so many people on New Jersey are lying. All I'm going to say is so many people are lying about so many things. And I don't know, like, I just always feel like when you lie, like Melissa did about getting on the show it's like, it's so much easier. Like everyone's saying, like, Margaret's ex-friend I had on Laura, and they're like, wow, her story seems really believable. Like it is, because it is true. It's like when you are just calm and you're just like, ask me a question, I'm going to answer. Ask me about Manjaro, which is what I'm on, not Ozempic. Like, just be honest. I feel it's just so much easier just to put your shit out there and just be honest about it all. So I think there's a lot of misrepresentation.
There's a lot going on in New Jersey.
I mean, let's not forget Frank Catania. I mean, there's also a thing with Frankie Jr. So, but like in Louis, but like Frank Catania is friends with Joe Gorga. That's just the bottom line. And so you're going to protect your friend. I think Frank is also in a strange position that he kind of wants to stay on the show. I mean, the husbands don't get paid, but he's not a husband. Dolores has Paulie. So I also heard, you want some tea? I also heard that it's going to depend on a lot of things. I'm going to give you some tea. If Melissa and Joe go, I heard from a very reliable source, if they go, that the husbands are going to be minimized. There's no other show that we have this husband contingency. The husbands are going to be minimized a lot. If Joe, which makes sense, Joe Gorga is like one of the biggest housewives we've ever had. If him and Melissa go, they're going to minimize the role of all the husbands. But even regardless of that, I do think Frank Catania, they're like, why is he even here at this point? Love Frank, but like Dolores has Paulie, like that's her story. So I think Frank also kind of wants to try to stay on the show, as he should, right? So, by the way, so that's apparently, did you read that article with Lisa Vanderpump that this whole Scandoval, Lisa's like, yeah, it's a producer's dream. All just like you and I said, just like we said in the beginning,
this leads me to believe it's a little made up. You know, this makes me believe somebody orchestrated. Okay, this article that's come out, how Pump was basically shutting down, didn't have a liquor license. I mean, they'd practically given up on Pump, and now Scandoval business is booming. Pump Vegas, you know, we know that Vanderpump Vegas because of Oliver.
I thought Pump is still closing though. I thought Pump was still closing.
I read that. I thought it's staying. They're renewing they've worked it out that they're not. That's what I've heard. And Sir is booming, and I think Schwartz and Sandy's is doing a lot better than what we think. I think they're going to keep playing it low key because there's still a lot of people that hate Tom Sandoval. You know, Sandoval's come out and he says he's happy for Ariana because she's dating Daniel Way, you know, her personal trainer that we saw her making out with in Coachella. They've been seeing each other almost.
Is that real? Like, it's a real relationship? I don't know. I guess.
Well, they're probably having fun.
By the way, you and I said this in the beginning that everyone's going to be fine. Sandy of Schwartz and Sandy's. Sandy was behind the bar this past weekend. Sandy was there. So Sandoval ain't staying away. And by the way, I mean, I don't mean to like, but like, does anyone, I mean, so Ariana's dating him. Wow. Sandoval and Raquel are together in Arizona. Wow. I'm really over it. It's just like, I'm not interested at all. It's like, I don't find it, we're going to talk about it, but it's okay. We've moved on. Everyone's moved on. Let's see what happens next season. You know, I'm still going to say I'm most intrigued at this point by Raquel as a person. I'm so confused by this girl that just is deadpan when she delivers her things. And I can't wait to see this at the reunion. By the way, I'm obsessed because Lala went on a rant of like, Lala was like, it was kind of funny. She was like, I cannot tell you, I want to delete my Instagram. I want to change my name from Lala. And I want to, because listen, you find out what these people's names are behind these blogger accounts, right? These IG accounts. She's like, I just want to create a Vanderpump Rules Scandoval Instagram account, not a Finsta, like a real account that becomes big, like a Bravo Housewives, you know. And she's like, I just want to talk about Scandoval all day, but not as Lala. I want to do it as like an anonymous blogger. And what name should I choose? I was really funny. Lala is obsessed with Scandoval and is owning it. And I love when someone owns it. And Katie is still a miserable.
Well, I do too.
Here we go.
Well, I do. I mean, look, it's the best thing that's ever happened to them. Lisa Vanderpump's admitted it. You know, to all of them. I stand by, again, I'm a fair weather fan. I just started. I've watched this season of Vanderpump Rules. I 100% believe the show would be canceled if they did not have this. Now, of course, you're watching for all the Easter eggs of, you know, looking for the signs that Tom and Raquel obviously were very into each other. But I don't, absolutely jack squat has happened except for Sheena's getting married. I mean, nothing. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, I have to go to another.
You're loving the Scandoval. God, we have so much we'll talk about next time.
We haven't got to Erika Jayne's alleged boyfriend. Oh my God, we have so much.
Oh God, Erika Jayne's alleged boyfriend. And he was not at Homeless Not Toothless. Reach out to Sarah for the ads. It's a real thing. A lot of you guys have reached out. This process